Well, I guess if you're Disney and everybody out there from Clownfish TV to Yellow Flash to VN and many others, when they come out and they talk about the fact that Disney is, and even John Campea has talked about this too, they come out and they talk about the fact that Disney is, through Bob Iger, is trying to, cut back a little bit, trying to save some money, get out of debt, try to basically restructure a lot of things financially behind the scenes. You know that that's going to mean a lot of sacrifices. Now, some of these sacrifices are not too bad. Some of them are just like cutting back on maybe hours for certain attractions at the park, and so on. Some of these, financial saving opportunities are, dealing and working with, Sony to distribute their Blu-rays and their DVDs and their 4Ks. And that's great and everything. That's not a problem. But there are certain things that people do enjoy about Disney that, they feel brings a little magic into the home. And over this past year, we have seen one of these at least bite the dust. And now we have something else that's kind of similar to it, about to bite the dust, is what I'm trying to say. Now, the first one that bit the dust earlier this year was Disney Movie Club. Now, in case you guys don't know what that is, Disney Movie Club was a subscription service, a club, if you will, per se, that for a certain amount monthly, if not yearly, you could get, as many movies as you wanted. You can buy as many movies as you wanted from their subscription service, from the club service. At least that's what I understand. Because I think I did that once or twice myself in the past. Maybe a couple of times, I can't remember. But I do know that Frank Hill, it's Frank who sends packages to me and people like Zara Nizarak and many others that he's befriended. He was a vast member of the Disney Movie Club. And with the Disney Movie Club, not only did you get, maybe the first opportunity at physical releases of movies that wouldn't hit retail until maybe, later that week or a week later or whatever, or you would get the retail price, not the retail price, but you'd get a cheaper price, potentially for a movie because you're a club member and all that. But you also got club exclusives. That's right. You would get, because of your membership, your subscription, you would get club exclusives. In other words, that means you would get Blu-rays and DVDs, mostly DVDs, but Blu-rays and DVDs that were not, I'm trying to find the right words to say here, that were not meant for release retail-wise. That's right. For example, the last volume or two of the original 1980s, early 90s DuckTales series, that basically never got a retail release till later, but for a while it was a Disney Movie Club exclusive. That's right, Disney Movie Club had the last volume or so of the original DuckTales on DVD until they finally decided to put it out there for retail release. The same with Gargoyles. That's right, Gargoyles had their, I guess you could say, last part to season 2 or something like that, or season 3. They had that. As a Disney Movie Club exclusive for a bit, and then that went to retail. And even Kim Possible had a complete series set on DVD as a Disney Movie Club exclusive, and then over time it went to, in-store and online retail as well. And I would like to get my hands on that, believe me. Other good examples are for me, thanks to Frank Hill, Tangled, the animated series. That's right, the Tangled series, Rapunzel's Adventure. That was a Disney, when that went to DVD as a complete series, that basically, ladies and gentlemen, was a Disney Movie Club exclusive for a while. It was a Disney Movie Club exclusive. when it went to DVD and Blu-ray. It was a Disney Movie Club exclusive on both formats. And when Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers finally completed itself as a series on Blu-ray, for a bit it was Disney Movie Club exclusive, and then it went to retail. And the reason it was a Disney Movie Club exclusive is it was being released to the members and the subscribers there about a month or so before, or a couple months before, I believe, the retail release. So that was the advantage of Disney Movie Club. That like I said earlier, you could get early access to the physical releases of movies that would show up retail-wise, but they wouldn't show up till later. Heck, some movies you would get through Disney Movie Club, I should say, would never see the light of day retail-wise. They would never see the light of day retail-wise. For example, I'm looking at some right now, like the Blu-ray of The Journey of Natty Gain, or something like that. The Journey of Natty Gain. It's a movie that Frank Hill sent me. Or The Mystery of the Applegate Treasure. Movies like that. Movies like that, if you will. Cool Runnings is another one as well. Those are just examples of Disney Movie Club exclusives that Frank Hill sent me, Zara Nicerak, and others because of his membership, to Disney Movie Club. Even a Goofy movie, the anniversary edition, was on Blu-ray was a Disney Movie Club exclusive for a while before it went retail. You see, that was the one thing people liked about it. That yes, they could get physical releases of movies on not just DVD, but Blu-ray, and on occasions, very limited occasions, 4K, that they wouldn't get elsewhere. They wouldn't get on retail unless Disney decided, hey, it's sold enough, let's put it on retail. They would only be able to get it through Disney Movie Club. Kind of like how Warner Movie Archive, for Warner Brothers Discovery, works in that method. The Warner Movie Archive, it's not a club or anything, as far as I know, but it's an online exclusiveness for, certain, movies and shows and collections that you can only get through them. Like the Looney Tunes, the Platinum collections, the Diamond collections, some of the Hanna-Barbera Superstar movies for a bit, when they were on DVD, were basically released, through the Warner Movie Archive, as exclusives there and nowhere else. Now, yes, over time, Warner Brothers has decided to actually shell out and retail, if you will, some of these archive releases, and that's good on their part, but still the archive is home, essentially, ladies and gentlemen, it is home to archive exclusive content. And if that content, like with the Disney Movie Club, sells well, it may see a retail release. But again, going back to Disney Movie Club, that's what people liked about it. Not only could you get the same kind of movies that you could buy, retail-wise or in-store or online, but you could also get certain content you couldn't get anywhere else. Certain movies and shows you couldn't get anywhere else because of, the exclusivity. The exclusivity to the Disney Movie Club. That was always that one enticing thing any service like, DMC would give you. They would entice you with being able to, buy exclusive content, exclusive stuff from them and no one else. And that's been going on for quite some time. Now, with that said, unfortunately, earlier this year, Disney Movie Club finally shut its doors, I believe, in the late spring, early summer of this year. So it shut its doors, and I can tell you honestly, I'm sure a lot of people like Frank Hill and others do sorely miss it, but there's a reason it shut its doors. We now have Disney Plus, and if you have Disney Plus, and it's basically housing every bit of content, show and movie-wise, that were exclusives at that time, before Disney Plus's existence, then there's no need for the movie club. But I guarantee you that it is sorely missed. in the eyes of a lot of hardcore Disney fans, if not casual Disney fans, but mostly hardcore. Well, it's about to have company. And basically, it was great while it lasted, and now it's going away. Because it has been announced this morning, August 30th, 2024. It was announced this morning that Disney Movie Insiders is going to be shutting its doors. That's right. According to the banner, and I think you'll see it across the screen if I can download it and everything, it basically states, ladies and gentlemen, that the Disney Movie Insiders will sunset on December 4th, 2024. And you might ask yourself, well, what is the Disney Movie Insiders? Well, basically, from what I can understand, it gave you the inside scoop on movies that were coming, that were in the works, that were being in development. You were basically getting the scoop before anybody else. Or around the same time, maybe Variety was getting it or something. But also, you were getting rewards. That's right, you were getting rewards. You were getting rewards by basically getting points. You were able, according to what I understand, able to collect points. You were able to collect points and everything and redeem them. You were able to redeem them and everything. Basically, from what I can tell by some of this imagery, I'm trying to find the right word to say, you basically were given the keys to the kingdom and were able to find out, certain things about, Disney, like what was going to happen and everything, like I mentioned, that you couldn't get anywhere else. Basically, it was, you were able to get unique rewards, according to one of the articles here, featuring favorite stories and everything. So yeah, you were able to get a lot with this. Now, I'm sure a lot of you would know more about this than I would, but yeah, again, basically, you were, if you had certain amount of points, depending on how long you were a member or what you did, I guess it was also based on trivia as well. You were able to spend it on certain things. You were able to spend it on certain items and everything down the line. Like you could get the Deadpool Wolverine, I guess you could say keychains, if you will, the heart keychain, if you will, and stuff like that. I think you were also able to get like limited posters and, and everything, posters and maybe, I guess autographed, animation cells or something. I don't know what the rewards were. Again, maybe you guys could tell me. But yeah, that's what you're able to do. It's like any insider program for any studio, that's in Hollywood or beyond. Basically, you sign up, you become part of it, and you're able to redeem points and everything through rewards. Now, they do have some dates to keep an eye on for what's about to happen. Okay? This is important. Now they say the Insider program, the Disney Movie Insiders program, will sunset on December 4th. But here's what's interesting. December 4th is not the last official day. It's just that the program itself will shut down. But here's some dates they want you to keep in mind. September 6th, which is next week, points earning opportunities will end. On December 3rd, last day to redeem points. December 4th, program and accounts closed. And December 17th, final day for member services. Now, a lot of people are wondering, will they be adding some new things to redeem between now and December? We'll have to see. That's going to be up to Disney Movie Insiders program and the people in charge. But yeah, basically, another iconic after 18 years. 18 years, guys, and think about that too. Think about that too. This program's been going around, or has been around, I should say, since 2006. So 18 years, almost 2 decades, and now they're shutting its doors. Um, and that's a big deal, and that's a big deal for for a lot of folks. But it just shows you that, again, that Disney is doing what they can to save some money. And I think that's what this really is, along with the Disney Movie Club. I think both these decisions to shut these programs down is about cost saving and trying to get, Disney back into that positive financially. But yeah, Disney Movie Insiders, unfortunately, is joining the Disney Movie Club as basically being extinct, as of right now. Now, I look at it this way, though. I look at it this way. If the fans want it bad enough, then I think honestly, if they want it bad enough, then we will see the return of these programs. May not be next year, may not be in 2 years, but I got a feeling we will see the return of these programs in some fashion of sorts in the future. But as of right now, 2024 will mark the end of the Disney Movie Club and the Disney Movie Insiders, two significant Disney Club subscription programs, I should say, that brought a little bit of magic to everybody's house, and they without them having to step into the parks of Disneyland and Disney World. But yeah, that's what's unfortunately happened. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. How did you all feel? How did you all feel earlier this year when Disney Movie Club ended? How did you feel about that? Do you feel it made sense for it to go by the wayside, or do you think they should have kept it going in some capacity? Let me know. And what are your thoughts if you are a member of Disney Movie Insiders or have been? What are your thoughts on it finally, shutting its doors on December 4th, and mostly between December 4th and December 17th, or at least on December 4th and December 17th, I should say. What are your thoughts on that? Love to hear you guys', insight, if you will. But yeah, it's pretty much the end of an era. And again, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So until next time, guys, like the video, ring the bell for notifications, and also subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my Teespring store. Link is in the description for merchandise you can't get anywhere else. Grab yourself a t-shirt, a mug, a sweater. It would help out significantly, for me and this channel. Also, check out the links to where you can find my content elsewhere on the internet, as well as click on the VENMO and the Cash App to help me out in that way too, if you want to go that route, if you can. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are. How do you feel about this? How do you outright feel about this? Love to hear from you guys. And until then, I am out. Take care. God bless.